At the summit of the Eagle Crest Mountain lived the great eagle family. His Majesty, the King Elijah, ruled over the eagles and of the valleys and hills below. He and his queen are anticipating the birth of their child, prophesied to be the next great king of the eagles. Meanwhile, on the other end of the valley, Groucho, a wicked eagle who terrorizes the valleys, was not pleased with this news. He, together with his followers, have always wanted to take over as rulers of the land. To assert dominance, they would attack the chicken coops at the bottom of the Eagle Crest Mountain again and again. One night, Groucho swiftly decided to ambush and attack Eagle Crest Mountain to end King Elijah's rule. Amidst the intense battle, one of Groucho's men attacked the queen. She was knocked out unconscious, dropping the egg. Groucho had declared himself victorious the moment they saw the egg fall off the mountain. He had ensured that the king would no longer have a son. Groucho and his wicked band flew away, leaving the Eagle King and his family devastated. But the egg was not destroyed. Instead, it rolled down to where the chickens lived and was discovered the next morning by two chicks, Sydney and Danny. The egg started to hatch and more chickens came close to watch until out came a huge baby chick. Everyone was surprised at how big and strange it looked from the other chicks. But Sydney and Danny were excited and loved the baby chick and decided to call him Carter. Carter grew to be bigger than everyone in the farm, even the adults. No one would cross him, and no one would dare cross Sydney and Danny because he was always around. However, the other bigger chicks would bully him, calling him weird and ugly. They would laugh at him, but Carter would only need to glare at them to scare them away. To Sydney and Danny, this was comedy gold. King Elijah continued to worry. He and his eagles never stopped searching for their precious egg. Elijah knew in his heart the egg has not been destroyed and his son is still alive. Once more, they flew out in search for him. At the same time, Groucho and his men were also in patrol over the valley when they spotted an unusually large bird amongst the chickens. Now that's going to feed us for weeks, they thought, and they swooped down for the kill. But to Carter's keen senses, he saw the eagles coming from a distance and immediately drove his friends to safety. He flew up towards the coming wicked eagles and spread his mighty wings. Groucho and his men immediately realized Carter was not a chicken, but an eagle. Groucho knew at once that this is Elijah's son, and this enraged him. He and his men attacked Carter to eliminate him once and for all. Carter had put up a good fight, but he was outnumbered, and Groucho landed a final blow, knocking out Carter. But just as Groucho thought he finally won, King Elijah arrived and turned the tables against him. "Carter, Carter, wake up," his friends said. Groucho and his men were laying on the ground, defeated by King Elijah and his men. King Elijah walked to Carter and embraced him. He knew in his heart he was still alive. "My son," King Elijah said. Carter immediately knew in his heart that this was his real father. Everyone rejoiced. Carter finally was crowned the new King Eagle of the Valley. There was a celebration amongst the eagles in the Eagle Crest Mountain, but Carter will never forget his chicken family down in the chicken village, and often flew down to them where he was always happily greeted and welcomed, especially by his friends Sydney and Danny. Groucho and his men no longer terrorized the land, and the valley lived in peace.